The last sports night of the 80s, and we're in a Wembley frame of mind. The road to Wembley, the future of Wembley, and the big match at Wembley. England now know their World Cup fate. The Dutch and the Irish will provide a stern barrier in Italy next summer. And there's tough opposition in tonight's friendly at Wembley. England against the Yugoslav side that finished on top of Scotland's qualifying group. Among the Yugoslavs, Dragan Stojkovic, the midfield man with a £5 million price tag. And in the England lineup, Steve Bull, as Bobby Robson's side continue the quest for their first goal of the season. Highlights coming up. The road to Wembley, we'll have an action roundup of tonight's FA Cup second round replays, 3 non-league sides with big ambitions. And the future of Wembley. It's an all-seater stadium tonight, but it might not be England's top venue for much longer. There's a new venue planned for the Midlands, and as ever, money could be the barrier.
If you want to build a comparable stadium to this anywhere in the United Kingdom, you're looking at the wrong side of between 150 and 200 million pounds.
The World Cup story comes up to date. For Mexico '86, England made a disastrous start. Then came up against Maradona the Bad. And also Maradona the Brilliant.
Has Burchaga to his left and Valdano to his left. He won't need any of them. Oh, you have to say that's magnificent.
The big money is coming in for athletics, but the clubs say it's not getting to the grassroots. We investigate a cash flow problem that could hit future talent. And Harry Carpenter, tonight named International Sportscaster of the Year. We'll remind you of the tough way that he earned the title.
As this terrible tarmac keeps sweeping towards me. Oh, God! You really did open up there.
It's a quieter life on Sports Night these days. The soccer that's coming up later, our FA Cup replay roundup. The soccer that's coming up now, England's friendly against Yugoslavia, for which we join John Motson at Wembley.
22-year-old Michael Thomas is the youngest player in the England side and may have almost as much to prove as Steve Bull. His only previous full cap was in Saudi Arabia when he was substituted. But he has played at Wembley before, both for Arsenal and for England's schoolboys, for whom he played left-back and right-back. Well, that last position tonight is occupied by 25-year-old Paul Parker of Queen's Park Rangers, who wins his 4th cap. It's a night when the right flank of the England team will come under close scrutiny, with Bobby Robson having restored another London-based player, Arsenal's David Rocastle, to the flank position, with Chris Waddle switching to the left following John Barnes' hamstring injury. And if the Bull can't charge down the gate, England have on the substitutes bench Peter Beardsley and David Platt. Bobby Robson tells me he fully intends to use 5 substitutes. Yugoslavia are without 7 of their potential World Cup squad, all nursing injuries in different parts of Europe. As it is, the team includes players based in Portugal, France, Italy, West Germany, Spain and Greece. And the expensive Stojkovic wears number 10, but the most experienced internationals are number 8 Susic and number 5 Hadzibegic, both winning their 44th caps tonight. Referee tonight taking charge of his last senior international, Dieter Pauli of West Germany, with 2 West German linesmen. So away go England, playing from left to right, and hoping to score their first goal of the season at some stage tonight after 3 0-0 draws. Having said that, England's defensive record is verging on a record. Only 1 goal conceded in the last 9 games. It's a free kick to England. Terry Butcher has made his way forward. And curled in by Waddle, a chance at the first finish for Bryan Robson. And England take the lead. In the first minute, the captain scores. And we do get our first goal of the season. And it comes from a familiar source. What a start. The free kick curled in quite beautifully, and Robson on hand to finish in 38 seconds. Well, look at Chris Waddle's delivery here with the left foot. Pinpoint, And Robson coming in behind the defender. Well, memories there of the goal he scored in, what was it, in Bilbao, 20-something seconds in the World Cup in '82. That was nearly as quick. Whether we're going to goal watch again, I'm not so sure, but it's a great start for England. Here's Paul Parker. Robson's 25th goal, by the way, that in his international career. On a night when he wins his 82nd cap. It's a very good ratio for a midfield player. Number 11 for Yugoslavia, who'll be a bit shell-shocked by that, was Savevski. They hardly got themselves into the game at all, and England scoring in the first attack of the match. But here's a good run by Susic. That should give England some impetus. Especially Steve Bull, who couldn't have wished to see his first Wembley international get off to a better start from an England point of view. And here's Chris Waddle, who supplied the cross from the free kick. Now it's Pearce. Bull's waiting in the middle, going slightly near post. Lineker. And well taken by Ivkovic, who plays for Sporting Lisbon in Portugal. Lineker's cross. Here's Safet Susic, plays for Paris Saint-Germain. Stanigovic, the right back. Skoro. And Waddle looks as though he's got an appetite for it tonight. And here's the man we're all got to keep an eye on, Stojkovic. It's a bad ball by Savevski. And Lineker's trying to find a way through there. Stojkovic. This is Brnovic. He's wearing number 4, but playing more or less in the left-back position. Brnovic, who plays for Metz in France. They really are a squad of foreign legionnaires, these Yugoslavs. Very few of them based in their own country. Skoro was fouled, so it's a free kick this time to Yugoslavia. They go for the shorter delivery. Stojkovic. Referee has penalised Terry Butcher, has he? It's a free kick to Yugoslavia anyway. And Stojkovic hits the wall, and that was Spasic, number 3, who's something of a resemblance to Joe Bugner and the West German Hans-Peter Briegel, certainly a formidable-looking character, number 3 from Partizan Belgrade. This is Parker. Oh, Waddle made a great run across the pitch there. Left to right. Oh, look at that. Oh, he's been pulled back by Vujic. What a pity from an England point of view. Because Waddle was going to attack the goal there for sure. Lineker virtually on the goal line, and Bryan Robson to come in. And up goes Butcher. And a chance in there. Ivkovic didn't punch it well. Oh, and it was Steve Bull who was unlucky. And the goalkeeper and Lineker tumbling into each other on the floor. And unlucky Steve Bull. I think he smelt his first Wembley goal for England there. That's a very, very good run. And a tremendous goal. Skoro. Harry Skoro has equalised for Yugoslavia, while England was still wondering how they hadn't scored their second. And Skoro gets one of the best individual Wembley goals really here. He plays for Torino in Italy, and when he got that ball away from Terry Butcher, he went, what is it here, 20 yards and more, beautifully driven past Peter Shilton after 18 minutes. And Yugoslavia equalise and puncture what's been a very good England defensive record. So 1-1. Well, it's not often you see Peter Shilton beaten from outside the penalty area, and that was some strike. Working well, but Lineker wouldn't be pleased with that pass. Overhit that considerably. But good approach work by Steve Bull. He's joining in well at the moment. And Stuart Pearce has gone in rather heavily on that touchline, I have to say. He does have a habit of catching players a bit late. And a yellow card has been shown to Stuart Pearce. That may be a slight... Osim on his feet, angry with the tackle. That may be something that England have to be careful about in the World Cup, because impetuous challenges like that would get you a yellow card, but if they were nearer to the goal, could give the opposition a free kick in a dangerous area. Such a wholehearted competitor, but just occasionally it goes a shade too far. Sevsky again. Mihailovic. Skoro. Stojkovic. And Pearce will see that to safety. Waddle. Great ball. This is Bull. Lineker's in the middle. He's overhit it. And the linesman's flagging that the ball was out from Steve Bull. What a terrific pass from Chris Waddle. So much vision in his game now. And he hits these long passes like a golf shot, driven to drop perfectly over the head of the defender into the path of Steve Bull. And less weight on the cross, and he might have found Lineker. Bryan Robson, here's Lineker. Robson, chance! Corner. Was it? Well, that's where the referee pointed to start with, but then looked at his linesman and has given a goal kick. Bryan Robson, as his namesake would expect, pushing forward all the time to join the attackers. It was Lineker really who set things up here. And Bryan Robson with his left foot, it was swerving away. Susic, now Skoro's gone down the middle again. Susic. Brnovic, Good turn by Stojkovic. And here's Susic. And here's Stojkovic. And the fullback was well forward too, and that header out by Terry Butcher was timely to say the least. But England have got something on. It's Waddle, and just offside Lineker. Unlucky. That was a fractional decision. Butcher was clearing things up one moment, and then Lineker was away the next. Chris Waddle picking his man out again. Look at that. Spasic. Stojkovic. Skoro, the goal scorer. Stojkovic. Ah, well done, Bryan Robson. He'll relish that comparison. Lineker's touch. Thomas needed to win that now. Can he find Waddle? Lineker's to his right, Bull's to his left. Oh, lovely ball for Lineker. And Bull's coming in, and it's Lineker again. Oh. Well, it hasn't run for England in the last third since that first-minute goal. Steve Bull's not getting the best of service at the moment. But there have been some sweeping moves which have promised a lot. This was one of them, and Chris Waddle is at the heart of most of it here. Lovely ball to Lineker. He tried to get it into Bull. Spasic covered the first time, and Lineker poked the second shot well wide. Good play again by Chris Waddle. That's it. Good, strong. Oh, is it? Des Walker's, it was a good, strong challenge, but an illegal one, said Dieter Pauli. Des Walker on Haris Skoro. Spasic. This is Rocastle. Oh, it's good control. Paul Parker, early ball to Lineker. Rocastle. England knitting this together quite nicely. Can they find the finish? Parker. Lineker. Rocastle. He's been driven wide, but here's Parker again. Rocastle. Waddle. Curled away from Robson, though. Pearce slides in. Robson again. Lineker. Robson. Oh, just agonisingly a foot away. Well, not much wrong with the approach play. I think the manager would agree with that. It's just the final ball that's not going in. Susic. Savevsky. Skoro has gone short, and it was Mihailovic who didn't get properly behind that. Extraordinary number of Yugoslavs playing across Europe. They've got any number of players who haven't come on this trip. Indeed, Osim's problem is deciding how to reduce the squad for the World Cup. He hasn't got any difficulty in finding quality players. Parker. was a half which had its moments from the England point of view. A great start with a goal in 38 seconds. An equaliser of extremely high quality by Scoro of Torino. And then England making most of the play with Chris Waddle, the supreme architect, but unable, England, to produce the final pass that might have brought a goal to take them back in front. Half-time, 1-1. Two Chelsea players on at the start of the second half for England. Tony Dorigo, Australian-born, gets his first full cap after a long wait. He's in place of Stuart Pearce at left-back. And in goal, Dave Besant comes on for the second half in place of Peter Shilton, as he did against Italy last month. Yugoslavia are unchanged at the start of the second half. It's 21 years since they beat England. That was back in the European Championship semi-final of 1968 in Florence. And the Yugoslavs won't be complaining too much about their World Cup draw either. They've got West Germany, admittedly, but also Colombia and the United Arab Emirates in their group, so progress would appear to be very likely there. Here's Parker. What progress can England make in this second half? Away by Hadzibegic. Thomas. Here's Walker. And the first touch for Dorigo. Gets a nice reception. Waddle. Thomas has made a great run through the inside right position. The header on was meant for Bull, but he was offside anyway. It's Dorigo again. Free kick. Spasic. News coming through as well today that England hope to play Brazil here at the end of March on the date when we would have played the Republic of Ireland in Dublin. Apparently the Brazilians have been approached about that date, and the FA are quite optimistic. It would in fact be England's next match, because we're not scheduled to play in January or February. Scoro. Brinovic. Stojkovic. Savevski. Yugoslavia again moving the ball about neatly, but not at the moment in a threatening area. And indeed, Paul Parker gets England moving. Bull, Waddle. It's a good run again by Hadzibegic. He does come forward well, the number 5, from the back. The captain. He'll have to get back now. Dorigo. This is Butcher. Savevski. Mihailovic, that's a dangerous ball. Scoro again, and he has got an eye for goal, this man, and hits the side netting this time. Well, he's playing often as the lone striker, certainly taking the weight away from Mihailovic's Scoro, and he's giving England a lot of concern. Des Walker and Paul Parker were in attendance here, but his pace and determination enabled him to get a shot in, and Besant had the post covered anyway. Waddle again very deep, looking to hit one of the two front men, but having to pause because Lineker couldn't shake off his marker. This is Des Walker. Now Lineker's made a run from left to right. Rocastle. Parker. Lineker's flick offside against Bull. Not quite the edge up front for England at the moment. Plenty of progressive play further back. But the sight of goal, something of a rarity for Bull and Lineker. Yugoslavia preferring to play at a very relaxed pace. No desire to up the tempo in that part of the field, which has frustrated the Wembley crowd a bit. Here's Skoro, whose goal will be remembered. Robson. Now Lineker's come short. Little flick back to Robson and across to Waddle. And Lineker. That would have been the Tottenham connection, wouldn't it? As the Spurs fans will keep telling you, had Waddle not moved on. Wonder what they might have done together at White Hart Lane. Still 1-1. Sparsic. Chances few and far between. And they're really having to be worked for, that's for certain. Parker. Robson. Lineker. And that's going out of his reach. Sparsic. Hadzibegic. Stanojkovic. Well, we're 20 minutes into the second half, and Yugoslavia seem quite happy to push the ball about in their own half. The crowd here tonight going restless. There are nearly 35,000 inside Wembley. In fact, the official attendance is 34,796. And they want to see a bit more action at the moment. Stojkovic, Sparsic. England just can't get the ball at the present time. That's going to be one of the problems in the World Cup. Here's Susic. Rocastle. Overseas teams don't give it away very often, even though they often paint pretty negative patterns across the pitch. This is Bull. Lineker's made a run, and Hadzibegic was in control, as he has been most of the night. Savevski. Skoro, free kick. And we're going to see more England substitutions now. Michael Thomas will go off. And so will David Rocastle. Steve Hodge is coming on. David Platt's coming on. Steve Hodge of Nottingham Forest wearing number 15. David Platt of Aston Villa wearing number 12. And they've both, for the moment, gone into midfield, leaving Lineker and Bull as the strike force. Platt, of course, can play in either position. Here's Stojkovic. Now, will that brighten up England's creative department, I wonder? We've now got 4 England subs on. This is Dorigo to another one, Hodge. Steve Hodge is very left-sided. Which means that Waddle really now will have to play on the right. This is where he's gone. This is Parker. Lineker. Parker. That's good football. Bull and Platt are waiting. Bull! And Robson! The skipper is there again. 2-1 England. Well, how often he's done it for his namesake. And that was a good, crisp, direct England move. Paul Parker gets immense credit. But a nice little touch there by Steve Bull, and Robson drives an unstoppable shot when he saw the gap to make it 2-1 and take his international tally now to 26. Let's look at Paul Parker here. Showed real awareness and speed. Bull it was who got the benefit of the flick, or Robson did. And Bobby Robson's double substitution is followed very rapidly by a goal on 69 minutes. Paul Parker very much the instigator. Brnovich played almost exclusively down that left-hand side. Skoro. That's awkward, and Susic is there, Mihailovic is there. And a diving header. By Steve Hodge. Corner to Yugoslavia. It's a very important clearance by Hodge because Yugoslavia looked like scoring there. Number 10, Stojkovic. They've got plenty of players forward in here. Skoro. Brnovich. Stojkovic. Plays the full-back in, Stanojkovic. And England are having to defend now. It's Des Walker. And the England captain is going off. Great ovation for Bryan. And let's just see what he does with the armband here, because it has to go to another player. And is he going to give it to Stevie McMahon? Well, I don't know. McMahon's certainly coming on. And Yugoslavia are, in the meantime, making substitutions too. In fact, McMahon has given the captain's armband to Terry Butcher. And Susic has gone off. And I think we're going to see Prosinecki, the blonde lad. Well, there's Bryan Robson. Hodge. McMahon. Good that Bobby Robson's managed to keep Steve Bull on for the 90, because he really has given everything and has been tested over the full course here. I think Parker's contribution to the second England goal will go down as one of the highlights of the night. Such good play from full-back, quick thinking. Here's the other full-back, Dorigo. Hodge. And it's Dorigo again, and Platt goes chasing this. And this is Parker. Well, I know he's played a lot of football at centre-back for Queen's Park Rangers, Paul Parker, but he has to be a candidate for the right-back spot, surely now, having had a very compact game, given his opportunity tonight, and made the second goal so adroitly. Well, here was a chance for Paul Parker to shoot himself. David Platt got a nice touch on that, actually, and Parker was way wide, but still in the right position. Trozinecki, number 14 for Yugoslavia. They haven't had much bite in attack, except when they've got Skoro on a long run. Here's Stanokovic. Hadzibegic. Stojkovic. Skoro now. This is where he's dangerous. And the cross was by Stanokovic. It wasn't very well cleared. And Besson has to save, and Skoro offside. Offside on the second man in. A relief for England. Mihailovic was offside after Dave Besant had parried the first shot. Well, England really got themselves a bit mixed up there. Des Walker seemed to take it away from Paul Parker, and watch the offside of the number 9 there. The old-fashioned punt forward by Dave Besant got quite a cheer there. The crowd at Wembley do like to see the ball get forward a bit quicker than it has been for a few minutes here. In fact, the Yugoslavs have been in no hurry to get it forward at all at times in the second half. They have 1 minute now in which to save the game. Steve Bull trying to bustle his way through. And he may have learned a thing or two tonight. McMahon. Referee has looked at his linesman. Parker away from Skoro. Ball was out. The referee takes the ball and signals that England's unbeaten run is extended to 14 matches now. And they inflict on Yugoslavia only their second defeat in the last 18 months. So Bobby Robson does achieve a twin objective tonight. He wins the match, and he also tries out a few players. Both the goals coming from his captain, who was later substituted, but the second one, significantly perhaps, made by young Paul Parker, who did a nice tidy job in the right-back spot. Judgment might have to be reserved on Steve Bull and Michael Thomas, but certainly Bobby Robson giving other players a chance with the substitutions as well. And a final score at Wembley as England bring their 1989 programme to a successful conclusion. England 2, Yugoslavia 1.